Right, looking at easy solving. Now, we've done this for a long time, but this is just to go over those basics of what solving's all about. So, our easy solving looks something like this. 5x equals 2, 3 plus x equals 5, x minus 5 equals 8. So, it only has one operation in it. So, when we're undoing it, we need to think about what gets rid of the 5 on the side. Because when we're solving, we only want an x, one x on the one side and everything else on the other side. So to get rid of this x that's been multiplied to x by this 5 that's been multiplied to x, we talk about doing the opposite. So the opposite of times is divide, the opposite of divide is times, add is subtract, subtract is add, etc. So this is being multiplied. On the other side, we want to divide. Some people write it out the side here so that you can see what you're doing. So x equals 2 divided by 5. Now, it's really good to write it like that as a fraction and just leave it there. Make sure it's simplified. So use your calculator. You're not allowed to use your calculator in the MCAT. So keep it simplified if you can. But yeah, leave it as 2/5. This one, so we're adding 3. So this is the adding part here. The sign is actually in front of this 3. This is a positive x. So x, still a positive, equals 5. Take away 3. Remember that takeaway must go to the back of the line. And whenever we're dividing, the dividing goes to the bottom of the heap. So anything we're moving goes to the bottom of the heap or the back of the line. All right? That's where you start. At the bottom of the heap, work your way up, or at the back of the line, work your way forward. Right, so therefore we get 2. And this one equals 8 plus 5 to the other side, and therefore 13. We can write it like this, because that says x equals this and equals that. What we can't do is write things that are not equal. So we need to be careful that always our equal signs are between things that are equal along the way. So that's how it all works. So we then look at some easy ones that have got 2 operations in them, like this. 3x minus 2 equals 8. All right, so you'll get easy ones like this in year 10, maybe year 9, okay? So the first thing we have to do, it's kind of like using BEDMAS backwards. All right, so we need to get rid of that subtraction first before we divide by 3, because we've got to put it over the other side there. So to get rid of it, we add it, so we get plus 2, and therefore 3x equals 10. All right, the next thing we're going to do is get rid of that 3, so we're dividing by 3, it goes to the bottom, x equals 10 over 3. Now that can't be simplified, it can be made into 3 1/3, but 10/3 and 3 1/3 are equal. So we just leave it like that. The answer is not 1.3, all right? So don't turn it into a decimal and make a third 0.3. That's wrong. 0.3 is 3/10. This is 1.3 recurring, and we don't want to write it like that. So just leave it as a fraction. Perfect. The ones that are a little bit trickier, have a number on the bottom. So we have to start there. That's all being divided by 2, so it's the first thing we get rid of. We get rid of it by multiplying it by 2 on the other side. 3x plus 4 equals 12. All right? Then we get rid of the plus 4 by minusing it. So we get 3x equals 8. Then we divide by 3, and once again, we've got thirds in our answer. This time it's 2 2/3, but we'll leave it as 8 and 8 over 3. Perfectly all right, and really helpful later on in maths to be able to do it that way. Okay, so those are the easy ones.